on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is here. Guys, it's game day, all right? We are about an hour and 15 minutes away from kickoff, and we are here to have a lot of fun, man. You can tell I'm ready to celebrate over here. We got the balloons ready. We got the banners ready. This one's pretty soon is going to be obsolete. But before we get to all that stuff, before we get to breaking down the game, we have to go through some formalities, all right? Guys, if this is your first time checking us out here on the YouTube page, we'd like to thank you. All right. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you enjoy the show. Okay. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you continue to come back. And then make sure you turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we're going live. That is very, very important. We do impromptu videos. Sometimes we do breaking news videos. So it's important that you guys have your notifications turned on so you know exactly when we're going live. Give us a follow on some of our social media pages. Okay. Twitter and Snapchat are right there. Nothing but 9 ERS. Again, that is nothing but 9 ERS, Twitter and Snapchat. By the way, the Snapchat is going off today. I don't know if you guys are on there, but the guys are out there at the game. You're getting some good footage, so make sure you guys check it out. Also, look for us on Periscope as well, same as the Twitter handle and the Snapchat handle. All right? Facebook and Instagram. Facebook community is over 15,000 strong. So, guys, make sure you get over there. Don't be the last one to join. The handles are Nothing But Niners, spelled all the way out, no numbers in between. Now, if you forget anything I just told you guys, have no fear. The website is here. www.nothingbutniners.com is your one-stop shop for any and everything 49ers from us here at Nothing But Niners. You got articles over there right now previewing the game done by Anthony Perry. It's a really good write-up. You guys are going to like it. Some of you guys sent them some questions on Twitter. He even put those in the article so you guys can check it out, all right? Questions, comments, concerns, game day attire. I want to see what you guys are doing for Championship Sunday. See how you guys are decked out, all right? If you're out there at the game, send us some of those pictures. You can email them to us, nbniners@nothingbutniners.com. Again, that is nbniners@nothingbutniners.com. Now, all that is done, guys. I'm 49ers Mike _NFL, and I got my man Tony here riding shotgun, NJ Niner fan 499. What's going on, man?
What's up? I was supposed to be one of the guys out there, but unfortunately I'm not. But I'm here to talk. I'm going to give it a go to talk with you guys for a little bit and watch this game from home. Big day, big game. Let's get ready.
Yeah, man, it's time. You know, I'm looking at this game. It looks like the Niners might be getting ready to play the Niners might be getting ready to play the Chiefs. And I was hoping for something a little different. I just like rooting for the underdogs. You know, I respect the defense and the run game, and the Titans can't seem to get it going on the ground today. So it looks like the Niners are going to get ready to play the Chiefs, but maybe this is me being greedy. Maybe this is me overlooking the opponent. You know, maybe this is me just being cocky. I don't know, but how you feeling about the game today, Tony? Man, how you feeling?
I feel good. I mean, I watched the previous game. I think it was Week 12, and you know, I'm not saying we manhandled them, but I didn't see anything that it's going to change my mind about how I feel today. I know it's a bigger stage, a bigger game. But I didn't see much. So, I mean, listen, it's Aaron Rodgers. You have to respect him. But, you know, I really tried to see what could beat us today. And the only thing I really came up with was ourselves. If we, you know, penalties, turn the ball over multiple times, but listen, I think this team's ready. They're locked in. They're focused at 100%. Kyle's got these guys prepared, and they're ready to roll today.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. You know, the only thing that can beat us is us. And by the way, and thanks for the contribution, getting it in. First one of the show, man. This is awesome. We don't usually get those for the pregame show, so I appreciate it, man. He says, let's get it, baby, on the Jimmy G game. I want to talk to you about that. You said the only thing that can stop us is us. It's almost impossible for a defense to shut down both aspects of the game. All right, this is for any team. If you're going to shut down the passing game, you're going to give up some. You're going to bend in the run game. If you shut down the run game, you're going to bend in the passing game, right? Last time we played this team, the 49ers operated at such a high efficiency rate that we couldn't really determine if it was a run game or a passing game. The numbers were pretty even split. How do you see this game going? Or do you agree with Lycan here? Do you think this might be a Jimmy G game? Do you think that Jimmy Garoppolo gets out of his shell? He didn't have to do a lot last week. A lot of people said it was a bad game. He had the one interception, but they said he should have had two more. You know, and we've seen Jimmy Garoppolo have games like that. Do you think that this is a bounce back game for Jimmy Garoppolo, and could he put this game on his shoulders?
I honestly think he did. I mean, he went blow for blow with Drew Brees and the Saints in that dome. So I honestly think, I mean, we talked about our previous show. It's a 50-50 attack when Kyle comes into this game. He has his first 15 plays scripted, and he sees how they're going to defend what he has scripted. So off that 15 plays, that's how he attacks the remainder of the game. So it's going to be interesting. I know he's probably going to stick with his 50-50 and run pass differential, but I think if Kyle sees something and he could attack something, the middle of the defense, I think he's going to go for it. But I still think 100% he's going to try his best to still run the ball and keep that defense honest. So that's how he can take advantage out of his base personnel to attack that defense in his matchups.
So it's going to be one of those things where they take advantage of the play action and, you know.
Yeah, I think he's going to. Yeah, because he, like we said this numerous times, he comes into this game, every game, not just today, 50-50. And then off his script, he sees how they react. And then that's when he goes into like his full out, you know, attack mode, if you will. But we'll see, man.
You know, I was listening to a podcast and I heard them mention that he go. I think it was Greg Papa. I don't want to say anything wrong. I believe it was Greg Papa, but he said that, you know, Kyle Shanahan scripts his first 15 or so plays. He comes in 50-50, then he adjusts off of that. You don't think that's a little negligent? You think that's real? You think that's possible?
I do, because like we said previously, this staff is the biggest in-game adjustments. So with that being said, is he has his idea and he shows it. And then once he sees, like, okay, I'm going to run this play and I want to see how the middle linebacker will react. I want to see how the deep safety will react. So once he sees that and then he identifies, okay, well, they're going to attack it this way, that next time they call that play call, it's going that way. He's going to attack that. What he saw was a weakness in the previous play ran against the defense.
Makes a lot of sense here. And Lycan says, I feel like he was nervous last game, talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. Also, after that hit in the back, he was throwing some weird balls. This game will be different. I have faith. Jimmy also tweaked his ankle. I don't know if people remember that because we won the game. You remember when Jimmy hurt his ankle in that game also? It kind of got rolled up on there. So it's some things to keep an eye out on. We had a clear injury report. Doesn't mean that no one's injured. Doesn't mean that no one's damn, that's not the word I want at all. Nicked or dinged up. Whew. let me put this margarita down because I just said nicked. But doesn't mean that no one is nicked or dinged up, but it's nothing that is report worthy. I do want to ask you about some underlying issues. We also know that Emmanuel Mosley is going to be getting the start, and that's not due to injury. This was to be expected. When a DB gets benched in 2 consecutive games, I think it's safe to assume that, you know, his time will be as a reserve at this point. Are there any injuries that were not listed that concern you for this game? Because I have a couple. If you want me to start, I'll definitely kick it off. I see you wincing over there. If you want me to start,
far as the one, I mean, they said Kittle missed a practice because of the ankle, but he practiced the next day. That's the only real one I'm aware of, but he's not on the injury report for the Niners. Didn't hear anything about Person. I didn't hear anything like you just said about Jimmy's with his leg, his knee or ankle. That's all I really heard about. I mean, wasn't Coleman had something with his forearm or something, Tevin Coleman?
He overextended his elbow during the game, and so like this area was, you know, a little tight on him.
Yeah.
But that was about it. You know what really concerns me, I'll be honest with you, it's something that happened weeks ago, and it's for 2 players, the same injury. It's Kittle and Sanders' rib injuries. I could be way off here, but I feel like Sanders hasn't been used other than like the first half. Really, I don't feel like there's a lot of Sanders lately. And so I know that Debo is emerging as a guy, right? And Bourne is also emerging, and what a lucky grab that was. But I just feel like Sanders is not quite where he's not being utilized the way that he was before. And so I'm wondering if those rib injuries for both of those guys might still be lingering. And, they're wearing the flak jackets and things like that. And, Sanders gets up and he does a little dance after he makes his opening drive catch, right? That's what he does, especially if he gets a first down on it. But he kind of just away. He flutters away. That's one of the injuries that are concerning to me. What do you think about that?
Well, it makes sense. But when we came out versus Minnesota, I think he caught the first 3 balls on that drive and the opening drive when we were on offense. So I don't know. I just think Jimmy has a rapport with Debo and Kendrick Bourne. And I mean, I'm not saying he's more comfortable. Hold on. I'm not saying he's not comfortable throwing Emmanuel Sanders, but his connection that he has between Kendrick and Debo right now, it's hot. And I think he's just sticking to it.
Yeah, I mean, and that could be it. Shanahan has said a bunch of times for different positions, I'm going to ride the hot hand. We've seen it with the secondary. We've seen it with defensive linemen. We've seen it with running backs. We've definitely seen it with wide receivers. So maybe that's it. Maybe I'm looking into it a little too much. But I do want to bring this hater in that I have here next to me, guys. Come on over, man. This is my guy, G. You guys have seen him before. He's been on in years past. This is a Packers fan.
Making my presence known.
All right, we're gonna have to sit a little closer together because we got the split screen thing going on.
That's cool.
All right, but let me try to get his mug. Let me try to get it. Oh, you see them quick hands right there? Slip up if you want to next to you, bro. The hands are ready.
Whatever.
So I want to ask you, man, because I've been talking junk. I've been trying to talk junk. I'm not much of a smack talker, but you said that you aren't nervous at all about this.
No, I'm more so anxious. I just want to get it over with.
Now, see, when you talk like that, it tells me you're going to lose.
No, first of all, when I mean get it over, I mean like let's get to it. Skip the AFC game. Let's get our game going. Like I'm anxious. I woke up with it fresh on my mind. Let's get to it.
When I say I want to get it over with, I'm talking about a dentist appointment. I hate going to the dentist. I just want to go ahead and get it over with. I'm talking about my vasectomy. I just want to go ahead and get it over with. You're talking about a football game. No, let's just get it over with. No, I'm excited. I'm anxious.
You're taking my words and twisted. I mean, like, let's close all the space in between the time it's time for our game to start. That's what I'm ready to get over with. Like, let's get to the game.
So how y'all win this game, man?
How we gonna win it?
And don't tell me nothing like we're going to score more points.
No, I didn't say anything about that. Honestly, I don't know exactly how we're going to win it. I just want to see a good competition. I don't want no blowout that we had back in November. And let's just go from here. I think everybody's going to show up. I think Rodgers is going to show up. We got Devontae Adams. We got Aaron Jones. We got the Smith brothers on defense. So hopefully they can make something happen, and we'll end up going to the Super Bowl.
So I've been seeing a lot of stuff in the headlines, right? And I'm sure Tony has too. And people are saying constantly how, well, the Packers have the better quarterback.
Yeah.
I'll give you all that for now. As far as establishment, Jimmy only got 25 games under his belt. Whatever.
Yeah.
I've heard that you guys have the better running back. But we're running back by committee. You guys like to use one guy and spell him when he's tired. So I can't argue against that. Have 2 better edge rushers. Now, I will argue against that because I think Bosa is better than one year. I think he's better than Preston Smith, but we'll get to that a little bit later if you want. However, when I hear these breakdowns, and the other thing was you guys have the more established tight end. Jimmy Graham's the established tight end.
Honestly, he's been.
Here comes some truth. Let's go.
He's been these last couple seasons since we picked him up. He hasn't been the Jimmy Graham of the Saints or the Seahawks. He's been kind of, taking the back. See,
this is coming from a Patriot fan. Where the hell's Mike Florio?
Right.
Hear this.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like this is a Packers fan saying this.
A Packers fan,
not that guy anymore.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if he fell off or we're not utilizing him to his potential.
Shit, I muted you while you were talking. Sorry.
Like I said, I don't know if it's because of him not being utilized or him falling off, but he hasn't been the same Jimmy Graham. So if we can get some of that Jimmy Graham from the New Orleans Magic, it's going to be a good game. Hey, look, did we use him to pick up a key first down last week? I don't know. Even if he does that, we'll be good. So
you just need one decent play. Don't have to be a touchdown. You just want him to make
a good, decent play, whether it's a touchdown, something. Just play part. Everybody come in, play your part. No blowouts.
So Tony, do you have any questions for this Packers fan?
No, I mean he spoke his piece. He's making legit points. They do have good outside rushers. They do have a good quarterback. They do have a good receiver.
Now, here's my argument against that. It is not against it necessarily. It's my counter, I should say. The Niners have the better defensive line. They might have two individuals that are better, but the Niners have the better defensive line. They might have the better individual rusher, but the Niners have the better rushing attack in the NFL. Like these are things that can be verified. When you heard all this stuff being said throughout the week, did it make you feel like, oh, we have a shot? Like, tell me the truth.
Honestly, we got Aaron Rodgers, so I always feel like we got a shot. Everybody, all the analysts was reverting back to the November game. Oh, they was blowing out this, blowing out that. They were all focusing on that. I'm like, okay, that was, last year, literally last year. So this is a new season. Anything can happen. One game, and that's it.
All right, so, guys, we're going to continue to talk. Nick is there at the game. This is the live pregame shenanigans. You guys are going to get that screen so you guys can get a little bit of that experience. Nick is going to stay on mute because of the chaos that's happening over there, and we'll continue to talk over here. So I want to get Tony's thoughts on something, man. Look, they hating on you. No, Mike, get that Packers fan out of.
Hey, look, I'm 13 on Insta, so if you want to direct that, be my guest.
G13
Lane.
G-A-E.
Instagram and Twitter. So bring the trash talk, the hate. I love it all. Let's do it.
All right, so you guys got his handle, man. Tony, I'm going to open you up, man. I want to get some of your thoughts on this, and I'm going to go on mute on my end. So break down any part of this game, and if you got questions for G, shoot them at him. If not, we're ready to No, we're not doing that. Yeah. I don't know what that was. All right, I'm gonna take this back off of there. I don't know what that was. My bad. Let me get Tony. Oh wait, hold on. Is he back now?
Yeah,
no, he's gone. Okay. All right, we're back, Tony. Sorry about that, man.
So would you say? I'm sorry, I didn't.
No, I was just gonna open it back up to you. I was gonna go on mute on my end so you could have the floor for a few minutes, but it's all right. I mean, we can get back to the regularly scheduled program. Anything you want to say to all the Niner fans watching? There's 300 people watching.
Hey, man, let's go for it. Sorry that, we're standing in your way. You get to watch us go to the Super Bowl. You get to, root for us. Appreciate it. So thanks for showing up to the party.
I got a mean left. I got a mean left, bro. Like, it's so nice.
You want to talk to my mom about that? You don't want that. You're like, you did what to my son?
I know.
See what had happened was.
You lucky I love you, mom. All right, get out of here, man. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate you being a good sport. You guys send some hate his way. Make sure you guys flood his mentions. I'm going to type his name. I'm going to type his Twitter handle in there so you guys can make sure you send him some hate, all right? Because he deserves all of the hate, all right? You guys send him some of that venom, all right? Don't talk about his mom because I like his mom, all right? His Twitter handle is G13Lane. On Twitter and Instagram. So make sure you guys send them some venom, all right? Courtesy of us here at Nothing But Niners. I know y'all gonna hold us down. So, all right, man. Tony, what's up, bro? I've been trying to be nervous. We've talked about this time in and time out. And as the week has progressed, not much has changed except my level of confidence. And I feel irresponsible feeling this way. I feel like that this is a playoff game. It's an NFC championship game. None of these things are pushovers. But, I mean, we see what Kansas City is doing right now, right? It's 35-17, and this game started out 10-0. Yeah. When there's a better team, there's just a better team, right? It's not a coincidence that the Niners and the Chiefs were both 7+ point favorites in these games, right? I mean, we're clear favorites. How do I respect? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but how do I bring myself to think that they just have a chance at all?
You're sitting here saying it's too good to be true, the matchup, okay? Listen, like I said before, I tried watching it. Right now, our roster is probably the best well-rounded roster in the league, in my opinion. We have depth at pretty much everywhere. Yeah. You mentioned about Emmanuel Mosley starting over Akello, okay? When you see other teams plug somebody in because of an injury, because of someone's not playing good, there's usually a substantial drop-off. With our team, it's pretty much the theory of all season was next man up, and the next man would perform.
It's not just next man up here, though. Next man up comes in, they do their job, and they're expected to carry the same load that the previous guy did. See, when other teams say next man up, that's like, all right, this guy's hurt. We don't expect you to be him because he's the starter for a reason, but do what you do. When we say next man up, it's a completely different mindset. It's a whole different thing. It's you know, hey, we're benching our starter so you can go in there. You know, Richburg is on the bench, but we expect our run game to continue to be as good as it was before, running behind our center. You know what I'm saying? So even with our next man up mentality, it's just a little different from the other 31 teams in the NFL. That's my opinion. Anyway. But I didn't want to cut you off, but I didn't want you to go too far.
No, it's fine. It's just like, I mean, I don't know. Like, you have to give. I don't even know what to say. Green Bay's a good team, but I just feel with our coaching and our players and our scheme and our game planning and getting our team prepared offensively and defensively, you got to look at this and say, well, yes, you guys have two good pass rushers, but if Staley and McGlinchey played the way they played last week, we beat them without Staley. So it's kind of like, okay, what's going to happen? So listen, you got to come into this game. It's a business. You go in, you do your thing, you play your responsibility, play your game, and that's it. You got to play to the best of your ability. You stay focused, stay humble, and just play your game and do what you've been taught to do. And that's pretty much it. And if you do that successfully and you eliminate any mistakes, turnovers, stupid things that's not controllable by your team, I'm talking about the officials, you come out here with a W. But I've said this time and time again, it's like, this is too good to be true. Like we're not looking at a team like, shit, how are we going to stop this? How are we going to stop this? I understand we played them, and now it's the playoffs. It's a bigger stage, but still, everyone was hyped up about Minnesota. No one thought we could beat Minnesota. We clamped the hell out of that offense. We shut that run game down. Dalvin Cook's a phenomenal running back, and they had good receivers, multiple, not just one, and two good tight ends. So, like, it gets to the point where when does this team get the respect that it deserves?
All right, and that's something else that I want to talk about. I'm really, really glad you mentioned that, right? We're getting the respect. We're not getting in the media because I think the media has to write headlines. You know, there's certain teams that, like, they've been so good for so long, you can't make them the underdog. The Patriots. You can switch it to basketball. The Golden State Warriors, when they're healthy, you can't paint those guys as the underdogs in the media, right? But when it's all said and done, and you look at the Vegas lines, the Niners have been underdogs since we started 5-0 just once since then. You know, and if you count the Saints, where it was a 3.5-point game where they get 3 points for being at home, I don't count that as the underdog because that's a lot of respect. That's what your question was. When do we get the respect? We're not going to get it from the media because they have stories to create. They have headlines to sell. But when it's all said and done, the people who know, you know what I'm saying? The guys who actually study football and do the real stuff, not the television personalities.
I know what you're saying.
Anyone who calls our quarterback porn star Jimmy or Jimmy GQ and says that like repetitively, not like as a one out thing, like people who refer to him that way, like continuously, those aren't real football analysts. Those are personalities. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
These guys that do it and have a reputation, former GMs and things like that, if you listen to Moving the Chains and all that, they know that you'll get the real respect. That's where it comes in at. And so, you know, really quick also, Rosa, thanks for the contribution. I got all the confidence in the world in our squad. Our squad is too focused on a mission for 6. Sights are on 6. Salute from NASA. That's my guy right there, man. I got to figure out how to get this message off of the screen because it was so long ago. All right, here we go. Boom. All right, so thanks to Rosa for that. Now, back to what you were talking about. We get the respect, though, man. We do get it. We just don't get it on the headline because that's too easy. It's not fun. when the Saints played the 49ers in the divisional round. Nope. Yeah, in the divisional round. That was the game with the Dante Whitner hit. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That the big back and forth, the catch three, so to speak. Do you probably won't remember this, but do you know what the odds and if we were favored or not were in that game?
I think we were favored because we were home, and I think it was minimal. It was barely 3.
Yeah.
I think it was barely 3 because I remember seeing it. I remember saying, "Wow, that's all we're favored by." Like,
Right.
We're home. I think I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a 2 or 2.5.
Interesting. I'm just wondering because I don't know if the Niners have been this highly favored in a postseason game in a long time. I don't think we were 7.
What was the line last week?
Huh?
What was the line last week?
That's what I was going to ask you. Were we 7-point favorites last week? Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not completely sure. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can look it up. And then if you guys are out there and you're watching this, let us know. Let us know if you guys have any idea what the lines were last week, because I'm not sure. But 7.5 points. Oh my God, they're saying the line is 8 now.
See, now the way I look at that, Mike.
I hear you, but I'm looking at this bum ass Packers fan.
The way I look at that is that's Vegas. That's Vegas screaming for everybody to take the Packers.
I can't hear. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but it's like mad loud in here. So, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Stop putting your fucking ear on the screen, man. Oh,
sorry. I never mind.
Hi, what's up, Nick?
What's up, man? This place is live and energetic, man. Loud as hell already. And I'm gonna show you where we're at right now. Niners just came out, so let me flip this camera real quick.
I'm gonna try to make this full screen.
Got the whole crew here. Look,
get a better view here. Check out the faithful there. Look at the squad. I see Zach over there.
Say what up. Say what up.
I see the squad. NBN Pineapple in there. I see you guys.
So I'm gonna flip around real quick here, and I'm good. Say what up to everybody.
What up, everybody?
What up?
What's going on, man? And he's gone. There he is.
We're live right now?
Yeah, we're live right now.
What's going on, Niner Faithful? Hey, bring that positive energy. We're going to need it.
Oh,
we ain't
yeah.
gonna need it.
We probably ain't going to need it.
We're blowing
What's up with the
stadium apart
walkie-talkie?
today.
What's up with the walkie-talkie? Put your ear back to the screen. Okay, he's gone. Forget it. Sorry, guys. We try to bring you guys the live stuff. Nick is there at the game, guys. We try to bring you guys the views from over there. So here's another $20 contribution here. It says, "What's Niner gang?" From again yesterday, you asked a question. What country? What county? Union County. Yeah. I saw that. No, I saw it yesterday when you typed it in, man. But we're in Mercer County right now, right? Yes. We're in Mercer County right now, so I'm hiding out in the Devil's Den. He's a Giants fan, so I called it the Devil's Den. But we're bringing you guys a show live from the basement. Deshaun, thanks for the contribution, man. We really, really appreciate it. Now, Tony, what were we saying? We were talking about the spread before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can pull up the spread. I will try to see if I can find it. But you can go ahead. Continue the
I read on there it's up to 8 now.
Someone said 8. Yeah, I saw that in there. I don't know how true that is. I saw 7. Also, I know different sites do it differently also.
Yeah.
So it depends on where you're going. But
basically, the way I see this is Vegas wants everyone to jump on the Packers getting 8 points.
Absolutely.
And you know what that means.
So last week, here we go. Vikings 49ers spread was +7. Or well, San Francisco was -7. Vikings were +7. This week it started at 7.5. Let me see. I'll tell you what it is now. 49ers Packers spread. You know, I do this thing where I ask questions to people, and I can literally do it myself, but you know, it is what it is. I like interacting with everybody.
I was just about to say, make it interactive.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh no, they know. They've been watching this long enough. They know We got a lot of love out there, man. These guys are the best people in the world. I'm serious. All right, so it says current 7.5. It opened at 7. So we're more favored now than we were last week against the Vikings. Why do you think that is, Tony?
Because what we showed versus the Vikings, in my opinion. I think they're saying how we performed versus the Vikings and shut them down, and we're able to move the ball against a top 3 defense, and they're taking that and seeing how we played versus the Packers previously in the season. Listen, I'm not saying it's going to be the exact type scenario where we beat them, 37, 35, 8 or something like that. But clearly people are seeing things, and that's why they're setting the lines like this.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. And you'll see it fluctuate based off of how the money is being laid. It's hard to not take the Packers with such a wide margin. You know what I mean? Like, you got to think the Packers and Aaron Rodgers can cover a 7-point game. You know, if they're going to lose, you would think that they're going to lose by 5 or less, you know? So I get it. And then you want people to drop a little bit more money, so you spread it out by another half a point.
Like, I'll give you an example. A buddy of mine from work called me. He's like, "Oh, how's the game?" I was like, "Bro, I'm not there, but whatever." He goes, "Oh, it's 7 points. Who the hell gives Aaron Rodgers 7 points?" He goes and puts money on the freaking Packers.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
people
like,
see it, and they're like, there's no way.
Yeah, he's like, "No, there's no disrespect to you." He goes, "But this is a money-making opportunity." I'm sitting there, I'm like,
Yeah. You know what's cool? A lot of people have work. A lot of people have off of work tomorrow. I'm not one of those guys, so I'm actually going to try to take it easy on drinking.
I am.
You know why they gave the Packer fans off?
Here we go.
Because when there's a death in the family,
celebrate.
when there's a death in the family, you guys get excused absences from work. We're burying y'all today, bro.
The bereavement is going to be for you guys. Celebration, we're going to be dancing on y'all graves. Don't worry.
Ooh.
He's talking tough, but we'll see if he's here to check in at halftime. All right. I'm about 90% sure when halftime rolls around, he's gonna be like, "Hey, Mike, I got to go walk my dog."
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna be right here with the same grin on my face.
We're gonna see. Guys, I got the victory stogies over here. I'm gonna have a stogie lit at halftime. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. Tony, man, is there anything else you want to touch on? We normally try to go all the way up until kickoff. We don't have to do that today. I'm too anxious. I'm too nervous. My wife is here. I haven't seen her all day, so I'm gonna go upstairs and say what's up to her also. But is there anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here, man?
No, man. I mean, it's pretty much it. We spoke our piece, and days leading up to the game, but
yeah. I saw a couple of comments in here also. We were going to do a full show, but I saw a couple of comments saying that Rombo's going to go live soon. So I want to spread some love over there. Let people leave here and go over there also. We got 300 and something watching right now. So you guys go over there and show some love to our guy, Rombo. Make sure you guys hit that like button before you get out of here, though. All right. And guys, that's it. Don't forget to send some hate to my guy. All right. G13 Lane on Twitter and Instagram.
Turn the camera over.
He wants you guys to see him. Look at this clown. Look at him.
Let's go. Go, Pack, go. This is Pack, go.
This is the happiest he's going to be for the rest of the day, guys.
Yeah, okay.
That is
We'll
it.
see.
That is the happiest he's going to be all night. So when he's crying, I'm gonna y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna Tony, man, over here, man. Thanks for jumping in. I know you're fighting through it, so I appreciate that, man. I can't thank you enough, guys. You already know the deal. We're going to be back at halftime. For those of you who joined, cool. If not, you guys will be able to watch it later on. And then we're going to be overreacting to the party, all right? I got the balloons here. We're ready to celebrate. Grab the squeezies.
I was just thinking about that the other day, too.
We're ready to celebrate, guys, when we popping balloons and popping bottles over here when it's time to party hard. No, I don't have any bottles to pop, but we're going to have a lot of fun either way. So that's going to be it for us. Yes.
24 ounce.
All right. So, guys, man, y'all be safe out there, man. Let's get up out of here. Any final thoughts, Tony? You good?
No, that they play their game and stay focused. I think it's, this is what it is, man.
All right. Looks like the Chiefs are going to be in the Super Bowl. There's about 2 minutes left in this game right now. And the Chiefs are up by 11, barring a miracle. Oh, damn, they just took out the ref. Ain't no penalty on that. Look how you walked away. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Damn. How you don't see the zebra? That's not a penalty?
Nah.
Really?
He's part of the field, I thought.
Yeah, he is.
Right. See?
Yeah, look at number 11 hit him, and then he did the power walk off the screen. They're gonna show this over and over.
That's gonna be a meme. What?
Yeah, when you don't get the call you want, that's what it's gonna say. All right, guys, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
Because you're gonna get it, but always remain faithful.
Go
You set
Pack,
me up for
go!
that one.
We out of here, guys.